Welcome to the Vanilla to Vixen Podcast. This show contains adult content, so if you are under 18 or easily offended, please switch off now. Mr. and Mrs. N are not qualified relationship counsellors. This show is for entertainment purposes only. Now the disclaimer is out of the way, sit back, relax, and enjoy our journey from Vanilla to Vixen.
Welcome to episode 209 of Vanilla to Vixen. We are your hosts, Mr. and Mrs. N, also known as...
The Naughty Couple.
Hello, Mrs. N.
Hello, Mr. N.
Here we are at the V2V Club.
We are.
In the ladies' lounge.
We're tucked away.
We are. It's very quiet. We're all on our own sitting here. We've just been doing a bit of cleaning, a bit of organising.
Getting ready for the weekend.
And we have some brand new mattresses on the way.
Yay!
Because the dirty buggers have worn the other ones out. We've only been home 6 months. They've destroyed them. And we'll tell you why. It was the dark secrets party last weekend.
It was.
But before we come on to that, I've got a little message for you.
Ooh.
If the dove is the bird of peace, what is the bird of true love?
Oh.
The swallow.
Oh. Behave.
There you go, you see. Can't beat a good swallow. So episode 209, we have quite a few things to talk about.
We've got lots to talk about. It was a busy weekend.
I'm still recovering. I'm saying that every week now. It takes me a week to get over the last weekend. It's crazy. We've been sent a little message.
Oh, good.
From Roger and the Cabin Girl.
Ah.
So, as you know, me and Roger, we like, we're intellectual guys.
Yes.
Me and Roger, we like technical things. We like a bit of history. And Roger sent me something which kind of made me giggle a little bit. And I knew that this would make you giggle. It's historical names.
Yeah.
What gentlemen used to call their penis.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I did a little bit more research on it because Roger went back to about 1600s.
Oh, right.
And there are some crackers on there. So I went back a little bit further. Okay. So the very first name for the penis that is kind of written down was in the 13th century, the pillicock. One of the earliest recorded compound words combining a pet form with a phallic sense.
Oh, rightio, okay.
I'm just off to water my pillicock. Then we move on to 1366, originally used in the English translation in the Bible, the good old word, the bollocks.
Oh.
Although its usage shifted over a couple of centuries.
I was going to say that's more for the balls, isn't it?
Yeah, so it's the bollocks,
Oh, okay.
Then we move on to 1460.
Right.
Cracking year that was. An early simple mechanical metaphor used as a euphemism. It was the pin.
The pin?
The pin. So I'm guessing guys, they didn't have much girth. Back in 1460. And then 1550s, it was the good old-fashioned prick.
Right.
Perhaps that's where the prick came from, because it was the pin.
Yeah, I
see?
wondered that.
Derived from a word for a pointed weapon or a dagger. It was used by writers like Shakespeare, or both a pun and a sexual reference, before acquiring prerogative meaning later on.
Oh, okay.
There you go. And then we move on. Here's where things get a little bit comical. The 1650s.
Right.
The nimble wimble. knew you'd giggle at
I
that
like
one.
that one.
Stop laughing at my nimble wimble, Mrs. N.
Show me your nimble wimble.
A playful rhyming slang term implying an active tool.
Oh, a nimble wimble.
Is your wimble nimble? Okay, then we move on to 1611. Okay, actually, they go back a little bit then. I don't know, it's out of sync.
Out of sync.
One. The plum tree shaker.
What?
A descriptive agricultural metaphor recorded during the 17th century.
So that's where the term "you plums" come from then.
And your John Thomas is your plum tree shaker.
Plum tree shaker.
1720. You know, you got a lot of musicians around by this time.
Right.
And they called it the silent flute. Do you fancy playing my silent flute, Mrs. N? A more refined poetic musical euphemism from the 18th century, and that was in 1720. They called it the silent
flute.
I think things were like better then. You know what I mean?
I think they were. I quite like these.
Are you ready for this? 1772, a flamboyant and direct neoclassical entry in romantic slang. They called it the shaft of delight. Why are you laughing? Why are you laughing?
The shaft of delight.
It gets worse. 1833, the Gingling Johnny. What? It's true. The Gingling Johnny. So I want you listeners to use as many of these words for your penis as possible, if you've got one. Okay? A jaunty period nickname that personified the anatomy. The Gingling Johnny.
The Gingling Johnny.
Then the 1880s to 90s, they just changed it. They went more straightforward. They just called it the dick.
Yeah.
But then they kind of like went back in the 1890s, you know what I mean? Late 1890s, they're thinking, this dick's a bit common. So they changed it to the Master Goodfellow.
Oh.
And then they called it the Master John Goodfellow.
Oh. Why was it called John?
I don't know. I mean, obviously then it became John Thomas, didn't it? But yeah, there you go. So,
or was it because they knew somebody called John Thomas who was a dick?
Could be. I don't know where the Goodfellow came in. I just don't know. But I'm not going to leave you ladies out, okay? So we're going to go back to medieval Renaissance times, back to the 1300s, for the female anatomy.
Right.
The very first names for the female anatomy, okay? These are all nicknames. And this is absolute God's honest truth. 1386, used by Geoffrey Chaucer, translating literacy from French as fair or pretty thing. It was called the Belle Chose.
What?
The Belle Chose. That's what the fanny was called.
Okay.
Yep.
Wow.
That was one of the first names for it. 1386. Are you ready? The purse.
Okay.
Another Chaucean term comparing the anatomy to a leather coin pouch, which evolved into various container metaphors over the centuries.
Not sure I like the idea of my fanny being described as leather.
It's kind of like, makes you feel like a kangaroo with a little pouch, I like this one. This one's great. 1584. We're moving on a couple of hundred years now. 1584. They become more evolved. A more poetic classical allusion. They called it the altar of Venus.
Oh, I like that.
Do you like that?
I like that. That sounds like powerful and...
Gentlemen, come here.
Yes.
Service my altar of Venus. Very odd. Very odd. 1584. Okay, we move on from the altar of Venus. We move on to 1591. Are you ready for this?
Yeah.
A geographical pun referring simply to the lower parts of the female anatomy. The Netherlands.
I get that.
Calling your pussy a whole country.
The Netherlands, yes. Well, because you call it like your nether region, don't you?
Yeah,
so
the Netherlands.
I get that.
Oh, yeah, 1591. Okay, we move on to 1593. This is an odd one. Derived from a placket, which was the slit or opening of the skirt or petticoat.
Yes.
They called the fanny the picket lace. You like that one?
No.
No. Okay, we move on. Okay, 1664, a political play on words. Are you ready? Mm-hmm. You called your fanny a privy council. A political play on words, okay?
Okay.
It's kind of ironic now because most people call politicians cunts. The man's fallen off his bike again. Okay. We carry on. Are you ready for this one?
Yeah.
You're going to love this one. We move on now to the 1800s, to the 1700s. This was recorded, this is God's honest genuine, recorded in classic slang dictionaries using domestic room imagery. I don't know what that means. Ready? Mm-hmm. Mrs. Fubb's parlour. Mrs. Fubb's parlour. Are you ready for that?
Oh, my God.
Do you fancy a game with Mrs. Fubb's parlour? Oh, my God. I like this one. From 1748, we go back a few, 50-odd years. An ironic, euphemistic toponym or place name. It was called, are you ready for this?
Yeah.
Your beautiful pussy was called the Mount Pleasant.
I'll take that.
Or the Pleasant Mound.
Or the Pleasant Mound, yeah.
This has got to be probably the weirdest one in 1796. Apply 18th century word people avoided saying out loud, okay?
Yeah.
It was the venerable monosyllable.
Flipping out, that's a mouthful.
The venerable monosyllable.
No, I can't imagine that took off very well.
I don't think it did.
Oh.
Okay, so when we move on now to the last few ones, and these are my favourites.
Okay.
I think, so you've got to bear in mind, over time, the fanny has changed, hasn't it? It has,
Right.
Even up to the 1970s.
Okay.
It was a little bit, if you're a certain age, it was a bit, let's say, Leo Sayer.
Yeah.
He was a 1970s guy with like a big furry hat. That was his hair. Oh, that's what I'm saying. So, rustic picturesque metaphor. In 1835, you would have called your pussy a thatched cottage.
Oh, no.
Yes.
No.
Yeah, the thatched cottage.
The thatched cottage.
I wonder if that's where I'm doing a bit of cottaging. I don't know. The last one from 1846. Are you ready?
Yeah.
The Cyprian Fountain. The Cyprian Fountain. Linked to Cyprus, the mythical birthplace of Venus, the goddess of love.
Oh, well, yes.
I like that.
I like that one. So, just out of curiosity, what year did they start calling it a penis and a vagina?
I don't know. I've not got that information.
Oh, okay.
I found it far funnier with Thatched Cottage and Venus of Altar.
Well, I'm sticking with my Mount Pleasant. So.
So there you go, gentlemen, ladies. Your Mount Pleasant, your John Thomas, your Cyprian Fountain. we can all bask in the glory of our Netherlands. Anyway, we move on.
We do. We need to talk about the weekend.
We do. Main sort of meat of the show. We've got a couple of questions. We love the questions, and we've got a couple of questions that I think are really, really good ones. So this week we're talking about sex dynamics.
Yes.
There was a question asked by a couple in the club.
Yeah,
last week.
Exactly.
So we thought we'd talk about that on the podcast. And also as well, we've got another question, which I think is a really good one.
Yes.
That we've never been asked before.
Nope.
So we'll tackle those in a bit. But meanwhile, let's talk about Dark Secrets.
Oh, it was such a good night.
Did you enjoy it, Mr. Zen?
I did.
So we held, and it's quite momentous really for me, because as everybody knows, one of my favourite parties was always like a Caribbean style swingers party.
Yeah.
Where, you know, you've got that sort of music like Sean Paul, reggae, R&B. I really love that type of music.
Yeah.
I was brought up with reggae music, and I think reggae music was one of my first loves of music. I loved Bob Marley, loved UB40 growing up. And so naturally, when we went to kind of like swingers parties for the first time, the interracial nights were always really cool.
Yes.
And obviously you enjoyed looking at Big Willies. So it suited us both.
It's a win-win.
And I still remember when we went to one of our first interracial parties, and this beautiful, stunning black girl came up to me. Do you remember Mrs. N?
I do.
You tell the story. I'm sure we've talked about this before, but let's talk about it again. This was many, many years ago. And originally, I suppose we were a hot wife couple back then.
Yeah.
And the green-eyed monster came out in you. Because we went to an interracial party, and this beautiful, stunning girl, I can't remember what happened. What happened?
Well, you'd always had a bit of a fantasy about being with the
black girl,
black
lady.
Yeah. It was, and obviously we were a hot wife couple, so it was kind of like
no, it was off limits.
It wasn't on the cards.
No, it was off limits.
Yeah. However, I was feeling particularly generous one evening, and caught sight of this beautiful lady. She was stunning, and she must have thought I was a complete nutter, and I went up to her.
I think we'd both seen her, hadn't we?
Yes.
And she did stick out rather a lot.
She did.
Suddenly, she was beautiful, dark skin.
I think I went up to tell her that we thought she was absolutely stunning, didn't we?
You did initially, and you got chatting. You didn't just randomly go up to her and ask her for, otherwise it makes us sound like a bit predatory.
Yeah.
You went up to her. She was wearing, I remember she was wearing like a white bikini type top. She got very dark skin, so it kind of like stuck out. It was beautiful.
Yes. And I may have said to her, strange question, but could I ask you to do me a favour? To which she said, maybe. So I said, would you mind if my husband had a feel of your tits?
I've never loved you more.
And the funny thing was, she looked at me and she went, who's your husband?
Well, how did she look at you?
Well, a little bit like, you weirdo. But she said, who's your husband? And then I pointed to you, and then she went, oh, absolutely. To which I was then thinking, oh, shit, I shouldn't have said that.
Did you actually expect us to go, no way?
And then I did my usual thing with you, where I just dropped these things on you, and I just turned around to you and said, you can go and feel her tits. And you were like, what?
Yeah. I was literally like a rabbit in the headlights. Because bear in mind, it was all off the cards, and then all of a sudden I'm allowed to feel this beautiful girl's tits.
Yes.
And I was like, oh my God. And so I went up to her like a complete Cyprian fountain. Like a complete purse. I went, I kind of felt her boobs and went, very nice.
Yeah, but then she turned around to me and she said, oh, let me give you my business card.
Yeah.
Because we definitely need to hook up, kind of thing.
Yeah.
And I took it out of your hands and went, thank you, that'll be mine.
Yes. It was like Roswell.
Yeah.
I never saw it ever
you didn't,
again.
Ever.
The UFO landed and it just disappeared. It was like the Roswell incident. I never saw it again.
Yeah, you had your snippet. That was it. It wasn't happening.
So, yeah, that was the legend of our first, I think that was one of our first interracial parties.
Yeah, they were awesome.
They were awesome.
The music was always amazing. Dancing was always amazing.
And it was hosted by an amazing guy called ODB London.
Yes.
And Pretty Green Eyes. Yes. And we did a podcast back. You'll have to listen.
Oh, many moons ago.
I think it was single figures back then.
I think so too.
And just two amazing, beautiful people. I love those early parties. They were amazing.
Yeah, really, really amazing.
They stopped hosting a long time ago, but the parties used to be amazing.
Yeah, they did. But now we have our own amazing party.
I know.
Which is run by the amazing Dark Secrets crew.
GQ Smooth and Blondie and Beastie.
Yes.
And they are the Dark Secrets crew, and they are just the coolest guys.
They are awesome.
And girls.
Yes.
And they kind of rock up, and it's difficult to describe. The club just kind of like goes like sub-zero cool when they walk in. I ever remember when they came to the Superheroes party. And we've said this before, and GQ Smooth walks in, and he's dressed as like Superman, and he just looks totally cool at all times. And then I think Beastie walked in as Joker, and he'd sprayed his hair green. He went, "Why are you laughing?" And he just looked totally cool.
He did.
He just looked totally cool. And Blondie just looked gorgeous. She's always gorgeous. And so they've got together, and they're just doing the most amazing parties called Dark Secrets.
Yeah.
And if it's not just, you don't have to, be into interracial sex. The whole party is kind of Caribbean flavoured. They decorated the whole club up.
Oh, it looked amazing.
Didn't they? Yeah.
They had their own cocktail.
Yes.
Which Mixer Vixen was busy making throughout the evening.
I know. And she was complaining that some of her colours were sinking. She was. It was. She'd done them in the colours of I think it was the Bob Marley reggae.
Yeah.
The Rasta colours, which was really, really cool.
It did look really cool.
But a couple of them did sink. She's getting beyond herself. She's an amazing cocktail engineer.
She is. She is phenomenal. But I need to do a massive shout out to the single guys.
Okay.
They were amazing that night. They were impeccable. They were so polite. They were in the groove. Yeah. They were sexy.
And there wasn't one single guy that followed any couples around.
No.
The guys were just all enjoying themselves. It was just an amazing social night. Everyone was laughing. The dance floor was full at one stage. Everyone was just on the dance floor to Sean Paul. It was really cool. And I got to DJ.
I was waiting for that bit to come out.
I got to DJ. And then there was one point in the night when I mixed up, I did a beat with, it was Saturday, Staying Alive, from Saturday Night Fever.
Yeah.
And with the lyrics kind of mixed over the top of it to, "It's getting hot in here, take off all your clothes," and literally the whole room just went and dressed down. It was just like, I felt like the Pied Piper of the decks.
We do normally say that one thing we love about the V2V Club is the social area is great. And because all the playrooms are off the social area,
yeah,
you've still got that energy, haven't you?
Yeah, absolutely.
And it was great because there were people that were chilling outside in the garden. There were people off play. There was a lot of people off playing.
I know.
My laundry this week. Good grief. But we still got people at the bar and it was just.
It was really cool.
The atmosphere was just brilliant. It was a great night. It was the very, very first one. So, if you think it's the type of night that you'd be interested in, I can't say highly enough. This
Absolutely.
is an amazing event.
Like I say, you don't have to be totally into the whole interracial sex thing. If you just, after a really good night with and you're into the reggae music and R&B, that kind of thing, wow, what a vibe.
Yeah.
What a vibe the Dark Secrets crew have created, and it's all thanks to them. They've created these parties, it's their parties, they've got the guest list, so you can actually find the Dark Secrets crew on Fab Swingers. Go on Fab Swingers and you can get your name down for the next one.
Yes.
Which is in September.
It is.
If you go onto the V2V.UK, you can find all the details on V2V, that's V2V.UK, and you can find all the details on the latest Dark Secrets party.
Awesome.
Then we moved on to Saturday. We moved up a little bit.
We did.
Not too far. We moved over to ancient Greece.
Yes.
Because, it's worldwide. V2V is, we got the Paris room. But for this party, we were in ancient Greece.
We were.
It was Aphrodite's, what was it, purse or something? Venus of altar.
No, it was Aphrodite's temple.
That's the one. Temple, not a purse, not a, Lady Finanigan's parlour or whatever it was called.
I have to say, people really pulled the stops out with the outfits.
I know. I thought we had Friday was busy.
Yes.
And I thought, okay, Friday's really busy. Saturday's going to be a quiet night because Friday was so busy. It was quieter on the Saturday, but it wasn't, it wasn't too quiet, and everybody seemed to have a great time. We had a lot of newbies, a lot of new couples.
We did, which is amazing. I'm loving it. I'm loving how many newbies we're getting to the club. It's brilliant. Yeah. And not only were they newbies, they also dressed up.
Mr. and Mrs. MS Chaps. I need to talk about their outfits.
Please do.
Let's talk about Mrs. MS Chaps.
Oh, okay.
She looked amazing.
So, Mrs. MS Chaps and I have a real bond. So she's the only one I ever tell what my outfit is going to be. I trust her implicitly.
Yes.
And so when I told her what my outfit was for that night, she was like, oh, me too. So it was like, okay. So we've both come up with the same idea. However, when Mrs. MS Chaps put her outfit on and I put my outfit on, we decided that I was more... So we both went as Medusa.
Yes.
Just to let people know.
You looked stunning, Mrs. N.
Oh, thank you, darling.
It was very velvety, dark green.
It was.
Very beautiful.
Yes. Yeah. I had my little asp.
Your little asp was out everywhere for everyone to see.
However, just to give the listeners a rough idea, because we all know that Mrs. MS Chaps is so frigging sexy, it's unbelievable. I decided that I was the PG Medusa and she was definitely the X-rated Medusa.
I can't tell you what colour her outfit was because there was so little of it.
There wasn't a lot.
I needed to put my reading glasses on to see the material.
She looked amazing.
She looked super hot.
Very, very sexy lady.
Super hot.
Yes, so that was really good fun. But please talk about Mr. MS Chaps.
Oh, a Mr. MS Chaps. I don't know. So I came in my sheet.
You did.
As this kind of I felt more like a Roman Caligula type character. I felt like I was wearing a white sheet dress. And my head outfit, I'm going to be honest with you, listeners, it was a Smithy's job.
It was. Your laurel leaves weren't particularly brilliant, were they? They were a bit floppy.
They were flopping all over the place, my gold laurel leaves, and they didn't even bother having anything on the back of them. They were just white elastic. It really was a Smithy special.
Really good though.
It was good. And then I had this red sash, which I didn't really know what to do with.
Yes.
It just kept flopping all over the place. It was just, it was crazy. It was really nice to have all the crew there because we had Rogered.
We did.
And we had the beautiful cabin girl.
Yes, we did. And we had the gorgeous Curious Dubsters.
And we all agreed that we were all going pants off.
Yes, which, was, well.
So Rogered and Mr. Curious Dubster just spent about 10 minutes flopping their willies about.
Yes, and then we discovered that the outfit that Mr. MS Chaps had on, because he was I can't remember the name of him, but he was a Greek army soldier kind of thing.
I told him he should have put his Spock ears on, his famous Spock.
But no, he did tell us, and I do apologise for anybody that's really good on Greek mythology and everything, but apparently he was the guy that killed Medusa.
Oh, yes.
That was his outfit, but what he didn't realise was his outfit was quite short.
It was.
And if you got him to raise his arms...
So we thought before, we opened the club, we'd have a beautiful group crew photo.
Yes.
Taken by Mr. MS Chaps.
Yes.
Who's a bit of a star with a camera.
He is.
And we all smiled, but Mr. Curious Dubster, he winked at us. Because when we looked back at the photo that had been taken by remote control, he lifted his bottoms up.
He did. He gave us a flash, didn't he? Bless him. Which was funny.
So that one won't be going in the family album.
But no, it was a great night, and we can't thank people enough for making the effort.
And it just goes to show the difference in the nights. The range. You could go to a club and it can be so different from one night to another.
Yeah, completely.
That was a very, very different night to the previous night, which was quite raucous and quite, wind and grindy. And that, I think the Saturday was a lot more social, wasn't it?
Yes. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
But that was nice because, like you say, there was quite a few new couples there. So, we were all getting to know each other, and
it still got very naughty.
It did get very naughty.
It was very curricular at the end of the night. Even more laundry was caused.
So, Mr. M, what's going on this weekend then?
I'm glad you asked. So, we've got our social on Thursday night.
We do.
Friday, we have got that rather special lady who is coming to the V2V Club, and the By Two crew are joining her. It's the one and only Tina Von Teese.
Oh, amazing.
And we've had couples that have literally messaged us and saying, when is Tina coming to the club? Now you know she's coming on Friday.
Yeah.
So the By Two crew is going to be our By Party, or rather Tina's By Party and the By Two crew's party.
Yes, and Tina's playlist.
I know, and it's just, least said. It's becoming like this playoff, this whole.
This is Mr.
DJ.
MS Chaps, you see, keeps winding you up.
I know. I'm getting very concerned.
But I feel like Tina's joined the bandwagon on this one, and I noticed that she's starting to.
It's getting far too competitive.
It is getting very competitive.
So we've got Tina Von Teese on the decks. She has showed me a little bit of her playlist, and I've gone, oh shit! I was standing there with a little pencil, going, I've got to write that. I've got to write that into mine. That's a good one. And her playlists are amazing. She's amazing on the decks, and her mixes. She does a lot of like digital mixing, and it's really cool. And it's going to be a good party.
It is going to be awesome. The last one was amazing, so I'm really looking forward to this.
And that party, all singles are one price. So if you're a single gentleman, it's £20. If you're a single lady, it's £20. It's all fair. It's all inclusive.
Yeah.
Couples are £40. So, everybody's the same. It's really cool. It's just a lovely place to be, By Two.
It is.
It's a great party.
Great atmosphere.
Then, on Saturday, it's Bonk Holiday Madness.
Bonk Holiday.
It's Bonk Holiday, Mrs. N. Don't try and go anywhere. The motorways will be gridlocked.
Oh my God, yeah, no, don't do it.
It'll be madness. If you're an EV wanker like us, there'll be no car chargers. They'll all be being used or all fucked up like when we tried to use one.
Oh, don't. That was horrendous.
We took our EV to York. We're going off on a tangent now.
Well, it wasn't our EV. It was a hired EV.
Yes, so we could talk about this actually. Going off on a tangent.
Yeah, just
actually,
a little bit.
So we went off to York, beautiful city, and we agreed. Well, we've got an EV, and to be honest, we're loving it. It's saving us a fortune on fuel. So we said, I know what we'll do. We'll hire an EV because we needed a bigger one to fit some stuff in. Long story, won't go into it, but we needed a bigger EV to put stuff in. So we went, well, rather than, use a load of fuel, we'll just hire an EV. We've got a home charger. Charge it when we get back home.
Yeah.
No.
It didn't quite go to plan, did it?
I now see why people go, no, don't buy an EV. They're shit. This thing had the range of an asthmatic 25-stone man. It did about 10 steps and was just like, no, I'm fucked.
Yeah.
I need recharging.
It was awful.
It was absolutely hopeless. So we thought, okay, we'll pull in. I'd planned it all out.
You had.
I'd planned it all out. I was going to stop at Duncan Bannatyne's club. I think it was in Sheffield, I think it was.
I thought it was Rotherham.
Rotherham, that's right, yeah. I thought we'll pull in there. They got a fast charger, okay?
Yeah.
No, because when I tried using the home charger on this vehicle, for some reason it was like, fuck you, I'm not charging. But we didn't know, of course. It surprised me in the morning.
Yes.
So we woke up with about 70%, 60% charge on it. So we had to make a stop off at a beautiful service station called Tip Shelf.
It is, You're such a liar.
I don't know if you've ever been to Tib Shelf.
If
you had,
shithole.
it's a bit of a shithole. Tib Shelf Services. It's one of the more, ghetto services, I would call it. The little chef has fucked off, long time ago. Even Ronald McDonald, even he carries guns at Tib Shelf. So anyway, their charger looks all right, didn't it? And
it looked all right.
now, if you've got an EV, if you don't know this, what you can actually go on a little app called ZapMap. And it tells you all the charges, and it even tells you if somebody's on them. So I say somebody's on them, and it finishes at 1:15 or whatever.
Yeah.
So it told us, no, this charger was free. There's only 2 chargers. One of them was fucked, obviously, already. So there was 1 charger left, and it said it's free. Yeah, we know why it was free, because really, both of them were fucked. So I plugged it in. It said, yeah, this charge will be done in an hour and a half.
Yeah.
Okay, so we thought, okay, we'll go and get a Ronald McDonald's. He put his gun away, took his mask off in ghetto Tib Shelf. And we went and we sat for an hour and a half.
We did.
We went back to the car, and it had only charged up 5%. So it took us 5 hours to get to York.
It did.
It was shit.
Well, actually, we left the house at 10 a.m. And we got to York at 5 p.m. Yeah.
Don't buy an EV.
No.
Well, if you do, get a good one.
Yeah.
Get a good one.
Absolutely. Anyway,
We
going
move
off on a tangent there. Yes.
I just thought, listeners would like to know what happened last week.
Absolutely.
But yes, so we move on. It was a really, really good night on ancient Greece.
It was. And then, obviously, this Saturday, like you say, it's Bonk Holiday.
So Bonk Holiday Saturday this week, we are doing a special offer. So if you want to come to the V2V Club, couples, just £30.
Yeah, it's a bargain.
And we do it for a reason, because we know how expensive kind of like, Bank Holiday Mondays are, and you want to do stuff for the family and everything like that. And it's really, really expensive. So we try and do it so that you can have, something for yourselves on the weekend. So Saturday night, if you can get out, get a babysitter, whatever, come down to the V2V Club.
Yes, it's our Fusion After Dark.
Yep, so we've got couples and very carefully selected single gentlemen.
Yes.
So again, the single guys we have at V2V, and I think that's one of the things I'm most proud of, is that if you read our reviews, none of the guys follow couples around. We don't get any of the problems that people talk about, sometimes of certain single guys.
Yeah.
And it's not single guys that are a problem. It's bad etiquette and bad behaviour.
Absolutely.
That's the problem from a minority.
Yeah.
And touch wood, we don't have that at V2V. And,
no, we are lucky. I mean, we do verify all our single guys.
Yeah, absolutely.
They get interviewed by yours truly.
Yeah, and if they don't, if they're not right for the club and the club's not right for them, then there's no point in them coming.
Nope, absolutely not.
They're all told it's predominantly a social experience.
Yeah.
And if anything else happens, then you make a connection. That's really cool.
Yeah.
So, Bank Holiday Saturday.
Yeah.
Come, visit us, V2V Club. Hire an electric vehicle.
No, don't.
Set out 24 hours before you come. Don't go to Tib Shelf. That is the clue. That is all the tips I'm giving you. Okay? Right. Okay. We move on now. So we have had a couple of letters, and I think we should start off with this one. And it's from a lady, and she says, "My libido is soaring, but he is snoring."
Oh.
Okay.
Okay.
And it says, "Hi, Vixen team. I absolutely love the podcast. My husband and I have been married for 6 years and I love him dearly. Over the last year, thanks to your show, I've been tapping into my sexuality. My libido has skyrocketed and I really want to try new things. I really want to visit a club. As my libido has skyrocketed, I am intimate a few times a week with my husband. My husband, however, has a much lower sex drive. He is perfectly content with our old vanilla routine about once every 2 weeks. When I try to initiate or introduce something new, he usually says he's too tired or stressed from work. I'm starting to feel deeply rejected, and I know he is starting to feel pressured. How do we bridge this gap without one of us building resentment? And that is from Mrs. R.
Bless you, Mrs. R.
And that's what she says. Please call me Mrs. R.
Bless her. I mean, it's a tricky one.
Yeah, I mean, we've often talked about when couples and one of the couple is on a different page.
Yeah.
You know, like as in a couple wants, and obviously she said she wants to visit a club.
Yeah.
And he's kind of just saying, no, you know, I'm too tired, and some of that might be fear, you know.
Absolutely.
And so I think initially, you've got to take the pressure off. It sounds like that's a very high pressure environment. He is obviously well aware that you've found your va-va-voom. But, you know, obviously with that, that's probably added pressure to him.
Yeah.
I would imagine.
Yeah.
So I think taking the pressure off the table, you could try kind of saying to him, look, okay, let's not do sex for a week, or let's not do sex for 2 weeks. Give him some space.
Yeah.
I think that's a good piece of advice. And it just might kind of relax him a little bit and give him a bit of space.
I mean, that doesn't mean to say you can't be intimate with each other. So, you know, cuddling, kissing.
Absolutely.
But obviously not to take it any further.
And that will help, won't it? Because then, again, you know, if you know that sex isn't on the table, if you've got like a 2-week amnesty, and your partner's just touching you, then you know that it's not going anywhere else.
Yeah.
If it is a little bit of pressure and a little bit of fear there, that could alleviate that. The other piece of advice probably is talk outside the bedroom. So some sexperts, as they're called these days, the sex therapists, sex coaches, they say, you know, never discuss your sex life while in bed. Obviously, you've obviously talked about it with looking at the email you've sent to us, but you've obviously not said when you're talking about it. So if you're talking about it kind of just before you're trying to initiate sex, or sometimes just after, it's not the best time.
No.
So, you know, try talking about it when you're outside the bedroom, when, again, the pressure is not on both of you.
Yeah.
Because obviously you're both going to be feeling pressure because you're feeling, you know, like I say, super va-va-voom, and he's not in the same gear as you.
Yeah. I mean, you could also go along the route of self-pleasure.
Yeah, absolutely. Embrace your solo play.
Yeah.
You know, you've obviously found your sexual empowerment. Sexual empowerment doesn't have to solely rely on your partner.
No.
You know, masturbation, amazing thing. Invest in some toys.
Yeah.
If you've not got, I'm sure you've probably got a fabulous collection already, but if you've not, you know, invest in a new toy.
Yeah.
Try some new toys out. Enjoy, you know, discovering your own body. And again, that might satisfy some of your needs in the meantime, just while the sex off the table, if you're going to go through with like a bit of an amnesty for a couple of weeks.
Absolutely.
That's really good advice, Mrs. N. I think, in short, it's kind of just like showing affection to your husband. And just taking the pressure off of him.
I think that's a big thing. I think it's important that just because you're taking sex off the table doesn't mean you have to stop being affectionate.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I know personally for me, affection is the thing that kind of gets me going anyway. So the kissing and the cuddling and
we had a similar situation with you, Mrs. N, when you had your problem. I mean, in touch wood, we're delighted to announce that your pussy is behaving.
She has been behaving.
So, but you know, a few years ago, it was very well documented that Mrs. N was anal only. And that was something that I came up with and said to you because you were literally freezing up during initiation of sex because you were terrified.
Yeah, absolutely.
It physically hurt you. So I said to you, look, okay, let's take vaginal sex off the table altogether. Let's not do it at all. Let's just do other stuff. And how did that make you feel?
Amazing. It instant relief in one respect. And I discovered that I actually really enjoy anal sex. And it made me feel normal. I felt like I got a normal sex life.
Because you could relax.
Because I could relax. I could enjoy it. You were enjoying it.
Yeah, very much so. Yeah.
I became a lot of wives' best friends because, you know, there's a lot of women that don't enjoy it, but know that their husbands do. Yeah. And they were happy, obviously, that, you know, I was able to.
And that is something for Mrs. R as well, you know, a late bit of advice to add to there. It might be the physical act of sex. The guy has to do a lot of work, and it might be, okay, finding a happy, you know, medium, and it might be something where just using his fingers or any other body part, you know, it doesn't have to be full sex.
No, absolutely not.
You know, so just find a happy compromise between yourselves.
Yeah, I think that the most important thing is that you keep those lines of communication open. Yeah, you know, don't go into yourself. Don't stop talking about it, because the more you talk about it, and it kind of reduces that pressure as well. And eventually at some point you'll end up on the same page, I'm sure.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. You know, and like you said, you know, you don't want that resentment to build up, and the resentment only builds up when the lines of communication start stuttering. Yeah. You know, so you've got to treat your partner like your best friend as well as your sex partner and your lover. You've got to treat them like your best friend. And so you've got to be honest with them, but make sure you do it at the right times. Yeah. You know? So, yeah, hopefully, fingers crossed, you'll work it out between yourselves.
I hope so. Keep us posted, my lovely.
Absolutely. Let's move on now.
Yes.
To a question that we had from a beautiful couple the other week, and they were talking to us and asking us about dynamics, and they kind of wanted to fit into a certain pigeonhole, I guess.
Yeah, I mean the question is how do you know what your dynamic is?
Yeah, which is a really good question.
It is a really good question, and I really thought about this, Mr. N, because I thought back to when we kind of first got into the hobby. And it wasn't something that we discussed as in, oh, let's be a hot wife couple.
Yeah, we never did that.
That wasn't the conversation that came up. It all started with we fantasized about me being with another guy, and you know, we both found it very sexy, and it wasn't planned in any way.
I wonder if that's because we had almost like a beautiful naivety that we didn't really know what a swinging club was.
Well, this is true.
We didn't know anything.
No.
And so we just literally wanted to just explore, which is the best way. And I think that took a lot of pressure off of us. Yeah. You know, I think we faced the pressure later on when we went to a club, because then back then it was 2015, 16, something like that. And all of a sudden we were met with couples that just did full swaps. And, you know, it was a traditional swingers club. And a lot of it was just on Saturday nights, couples went along, and it was often just full swaps back then.
Plus you also get asked the question, what is your dynamic? So we almost then had to be in a bit of a pigeonhole.
Yeah, and I remember we went along on a Saturday and saying, well, we're more hot wife couple, and they were more like, well, you should go on a Friday. Yeah. You know, whereas I don't think we would say that.
No, not at all. I mean, we used to love going to the club on a Saturday. It was very chilled, very relaxed.
Yeah. You know, like we always say, you don't have to go just for the playroom antics. No. You know, there's a lot more to to what goes on at clubs, the huge social aspect and fun amongst yourselves.
Yeah. Plus, we spent quite a bit of time where we would watch because you learn a lot by watching.
Yeah, absolutely.
And you see things and you'll think, oh, that looks nice. I
know.
Quite fancy trying that.
I had to get more flexible very fast. But yeah, absolutely. So I think
there's too much pressure nowadays to, like you say, be put into a pigeonhole and being labelled something instead of having that freedom, which I suppose we did because we were quite naive to it, to just discover what it is that you like.
Yeah.
And I remember the conversation we were having with the couple, and you actually said to the lady, tell me what makes you feel sexy.
Yeah, what feels naughty.
What feels naughty to you.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I think that's a great question to ask yourself.
Again, we talk about pressure, and you put pressure on, and that pressure can lead to guilt.
Yeah. Because
you yourself, Mrs. N, went through massive guilt whilst we were just a hot wife couple. And when I first played with someone else, you literally broke down in tears of relief.
Yeah, I did.
And you were like, oh my God, almost, he's done it. He's been to Tip Shelf. No, it was bloody great. It was Leicester Forest East.
Yeah, because in the beginning I was very much, I couldn't stand the thought of you being with somebody else. I don't think I could have coped with seeing you kiss somebody else. And I suppose that's where we were more directed towards the hot wife dynamic, because of how I was feeling about things.
Yeah, I mean, and as I said at the time, I mean, it wasn't as though we did hot wife just because you weren't ready to see me have sex with another woman.
No.
Back then, and still there's that intrinsic kink inside me, and I do say it's intrinsic with us. It's just part of our relationship. It always turns me on when we talk about you being naughty, naughty hot wife. It always turns me on.
Yeah.
So it's just something that's intrinsic, and I think that will always be part of our sexual dynamic.
Yeah.
But I do think that meeting couples, and now we do full swap and things like that with the right people. I do think that kind of gives us a different opportunity for the social side of things.
Yeah.
But for couples out there that just hot wife couples or whatever, you're not missing out. As long as you're enjoying your time together and doing what you do, then it's not a race to the end.
Not at all. And I think that's an important point that people need to be aware of. You don't need to be at a destination.
No, absolutely not.
This is your journey, and your journey can take as long as it needs to take.
And I do think that takes some comprehension, and like the couple asking us, well, what dynamic are we?
Yeah.
You really do kind of like strain yourself to try and fit yourself into a pigeonhole. Are we a soft swap couple? Are we this? Are we that? It doesn't matter.
No.
As long as you are having a good time and exploring and just finding yourselves, then don't put the pressure on, because the more you put the pressure on yourself, the more you're not living in the moment.
Yeah.
You're not thinking about what's going on in the club. You're not thinking about how sexy your partner is. You're not thinking about what could happen tonight kind of thing. All you're concentrating on is, well, what are we? How do we fit in here?
Yeah.
You probably just fit in there just by standing at the bar, having a giggle with another couple. That's how you're fitting in.
Exactly.
You're just having a good time.
Yeah. There's also that thing, and we said this earlier, it's, watching. You learn so much by watching other people.
And it could be as sexy as hell.
Yeah. And you'll watch things and you'll think, God, that really turns me on.
Yeah.
And then it's like, oh, I found something that really is kinky for me and I really enjoy it.
And the best thing is as well, when you go to clubs, is that, guess what? You can meet people that are just like you.
Yeah.
And you'll probably meet another couple that go, actually, we're not into full swapping either. And like us, Mrs. N, back in the early days, we met a beautiful couple who were a hot wife couple. And so two hot wife couples that on paper you'd go, well, this isn't going to work sexually.
Yeah.
And we just went off to a private playroom and just shared the private playroom and both had sex in this really small playroom. And we both came out and went, Jesus, that was the hottest thing ever.
Yeah. I remember a time when I think, and I did talk about this with the couple, that in the beginning, when we used to go to the clubs, if there were some particular nights where you could walk into the playroom and there would be quite hard shagging going on, that didn't actually do anything for me. At the time, I'd got my problem, and so I used to kind of recoil a bit, going, oh my God, that looks really painful.
Yeah.
However, there were times when we were playing with each other on the big bed and there was a couple next to us playing with each other, that I found being in that close proximity and watching them being really sexual with each other was one of the hottest things ever.
Yeah.
So until you try these things, you don't know.
You don't know what you don't know.
It's so true. And I know we harp on about it all the time, but communication is massive. You have to talk to each other. You have to tell each other truthfully what you like, what you don't like.
Yeah, absolutely.
And you will find your way eventually.
Yeah.
But this is really exciting beginning of a journey that you are going to do things that you probably think, do you know what? I don't really think I want to do that again.
Yeah.
And you're going to do things that go, oh yes, we are definitely doing that again. And it's exciting.
Exactly. I think you've hit the nail on the head. And joking aside, it is like our trip to York in an EV. You don't know what's going to happen.
No.
And even if you've tried a journey with another EV, it won't be the same one.
No, exactly.
You don't know what you're going to get.
Yeah.
You know, and so just enjoy the journey of it. The whole discovering each other, discovering yourselves. That's the best bit, discovering yourselves and what you find sexy and what you find naughty about the whole thing.
I mean, I'm looking back to, when we first started on our journey and simple things like watching porn and discovering what type of porn you actually enjoy watching.
Yeah. And then almost as well, we almost said porn's a bit shit after going to clubs.
Yeah.
I remember where we barely touched porn for years. Then we went back on it. I think after we talked to that beautiful lady, Inca Winter.
Oh, she was amazing, wasn't she?
Yeah. She was a female porn producer who produced porn for women. Go back, listen. We're going to have to do one of those shows where we got little clips of each.
Yeah, we should do
show.
that, shouldn't we?
We've done it now for 4 years. Oh my God, I'm older than Yoda.
And you lot still like listening to us, you crazy bunch. I remember us going to the sex shop and we decided to treat ourselves. We both had a DVD that we bought. I can't remember what yours was. Mine was to do with gangbangs.
You went seriously
hardcore. I went really hardcore, didn't I?
Mine was a parody, The School of Cock.
Oh, that was it. That was it. Yeah.
Not The School of Rock, The School of Cock.
But the interesting thing is we didn't really enjoy watching either of them.
No, we were just searching and looking for that thing.
Yeah.
And we found our thing in the lifestyle community. That was our thing.
And
once we found
also
that.
On the channel, I think it used to be called Men 24.
Oh God, you're going back in time, Mrs. N.
Because the porn that they used to play on that were the ones that had the storylines to them. Yeah. And guess what? I discovered that frigging well sets me off.
And Mrs. N, we haven't been able to call a plumber since.
But this is the thing, you almost come across these things by accident.
Totally.
So it's like, don't don't put pressure on yourselves that you have to be a certain way. You've got to fit into a certain category. You do you.
Absolutely.
And don't worry about everybody else.
Great advice, Mrs. N. And on that bombshell, another week has gone by.
Oh, it's flying by, Mr. N.
We've learned a lot of stuff. We've learned about 13th century purses where you don't keep your coins. And we've learned that John Thomas was probably quite an intelligent man. I'm definitely not going into Mrs. Miggins' parlour or whatever her name was. Oh my goodness.
Oh.
On the V2V.uk website this week, we've also updated all our events. So hopefully you will see that they've gone up to Christmas now.
There's some exciting events coming up.
So we've got Christmas and New Year's Eve. It's going to be a big one.
It's going to be a really big one.
So get your tickets early.
Yes, absolutely. And also, just to mention that the Christmas party might also be a certain person's birthday.
December the 19th, V2V, the big Christmas party. I can't believe we're talking about Christmas already.
I know.
Summer's only just left us. I feel like I'm being a weather whore.
I want to know what my present's going to be. You got a car wash. What do I get?
Yeah, I got a titty car wash.
You did?
I might have to look at the Nimble Wimble car wash. We might have to look into that. Fellas, if you get your Nimble Wimbles, send me an email.
We'll see you next week, guys.
Take care.
Bye-bye.
Bye.